Alright. Hello one, hello all. It is time to get back into Detective Instinct. A day late, but a day required. To celebrate a birthday. Okay. Let's get right into it. Where is the game? There it is. Perfect. We load. I think what we're gonna do, instead of loading from slot 3, we are going to load from slot 2 and go through the review again. Because I feel like that is a better way to do the review of last time on, instead of me just sort of rambling on about nothing. The day got off to a bad start. When I woke up, I discovered that the ring we found yesterday was missing. I searched my cabin for over an hour, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I still feel so stupid for losing it. And I feel bad for getting right into it and missing voices. It's okay, Emma. We were still able to investigate without it. Yeah. We still needed to find the other people who might have seen me and Alma together, so we went to the lounge car to look for them. We started with those golfers, Dennis and Palmer. Unfortunately, neither of them remembered a thing about me or Alma. They were too busy arguing about putters or whatever. When we brought it up, though, Dennis proposed a couple of theories to explain what may have happened to Alma. Some of them were a little ridiculous, but, well, what did you think of Dennis's theories, Xerxes? Let's see. So yeah, Dennis had crazy theories of she's not here anymore. Jumped off the back, whatever. No longer on the train. We checked out the storage car. Not there. So, can't agree with that. This is compelling, but also insane. So no. I think all of these are completely ridiculous. Honestly, you're right. They all sounded pretty hard to believe. Maybe this whole thing is ridiculous. Also, I really should have given this guy a different voice. If I talk to him again today, I'm gonna try something else. Anyway, after we finished talking with them, we ran into Mr. Fisher for the first time. He was trying to get away from Daltrey. It seemed pretty suspicious. Fisher left quickly and Daltrey went back to his investigation, so around this time we talked to the bartender. Yep, and that creep made us a deal. If we could correctly guess what Monty's former job was, he'd tell us a bit more about the two of them. Monty and Veda, I mean. Gosh, after everything that happened tonight, I almost completely forgot about those two. We tried talking to them again too, but that didn't go so well. Yeah, only Monty was around at first, and well, he's a man of few words. There was one thing that seemed to resonate with him, though. Do you remember what seemed to catch Monty's attention? Yeah, he's fucking holding it. And it was my side quest at the end of the stream. Oh, right, I need to do a quick stream fixing. Filters. Add a filter. No. Properties? No. Advanced audio properties? No. It has to be filters. Is it limiter? Yes. No. 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 Is it noise suppression? No. Is it noise gate? No, I don't think that's it. I know I had this at some point. Is it on here? Noise suppression. Gain. No. I know. Whoa. I much prefer the vertical layout, thank you. I know that there's a filter you can put on, but I don't know what it's actually called. Let's do a quick check over here, because I think I have it. Compressor. Yeah, okay, it's compressor. There we go. Filters. Add filter. No. Compressor. Yes. So that is going to be Razer mic here. So now when I talk, that should lower the game audio automatically. Okay, let's see. Actually, delete this. Yes. Go back here. Go here. Filters. We copy that. Go here. Go here. Filters. Paste. There we go. Now that should, without having to really fuck around with the settings, I have the same... Oh, okay, maybe... increase the... No. Okay, Control Z does work, that's helpful. Raise the threshold? And then that should... let's raise the threshold up a little bit more. Lower the threshold? Okay, now that should... Okay, that doesn't kill the audio nearly as much as it was. Cool. Anyways, Monty reacted positively to a deck of cards. Because he is a magician. Yeah. 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 It was that deck of cards. As soon as we showed it to him, he performed a little card trick for us. It was very charming. And he didn't give a flying fuck that I chose the same card that was in the jewelry box. But then Veda came back and kicked us out. I felt really bad for Monty at the time. He seemed so happy before she came back. Anyway, the card trick was a pretty solid clue about what Monty's former job was. But it was finding all of his things in the storage cart that really clinched it. A cage, a weird box, a suit of armor, a guillotine, all props from his act. So, one more time, what kind of job did he have, Xerxes? He was a magician. Not a musician. That's right. Monty used to be a magician. It seemed so obvious in hindsight, doesn't it? Once we figured it out, we talked to the bartender who told us all about Monty's past. Apparently, during one of his shows, he neglected an important safety procedure, and it almost cost him his life. After that, he became a laughingstock and no venues would book his act anymore. How sad. It's just, if Monty's been out of a job for so long, could the two of them really afford a luxury suite on this train? The bartender seemed to think they must be broke. It doesn't make any sense. They just have to be hiding something. We need to get them to talk to us, somehow. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Mr. Fisher. We asked the train attendant in the observation car about him. She told us about how excited he was to see his family in London. And that he had mentioned to her something about a woman named Alma. Hearing that name jogged my memory. The woman we've been looking for told me her name was Alma. I'm sure of it. After that, I was certain Fisher must know something about her, but it turned out it was just a coincidence. The Alma that Fisher was talking about isn't the same Alma. Do you remember who it actually was? It was both his wife and his granddaughter, for his granddaughter was named after his wife. Exactly. Fisher's daughter recently had a baby, who she named Alma, after the baby's grandmother, Fisher's late wife. Oh, it's just so sad, Xerxes. How can I be so stupid? It's okay, Emma. We had other reasons to be suspicious of Fisher, remember? Yeah, because of what we learned from the porter in the storage car. When we first talked to the porter, he was a bit agitated. Apparently, they've been dealing with a particular problem on these trains lately. What was that problem, Xerxes? Stowaways. I made the same joke last time, but this is also a problem. Apparently, he's been finding stowaways on the train very often recently. When we found the porter about Mr. Fisher, he confirmed that nobody with the name was registered for this train, so it seemed pretty likely that Mr. Fisher was actually a stowaway. At that point, all that was left to do was talk to him ourselves. Yeah. Mr. Fisher panicked when we confronted him. He pulled a gun, but Daltrey appeared in the nick of time to de-escalate the situation by bringing out another gun. And it turned out the gun wasn't loaded anyway. He was just really scared. He was working as a spy for Maxwell, the lawyer whose death Daltrey is investigating. He even discovered Maxwell's body last night, which made him think that someone found out about the spying. And that he may be killed too, so he stole a train ticket in order to escape. He also told us all about the circumstances that led him to this point. I can't believe everything Fisher has been through. Hold up, did I hope to God I actually saved. Okay, yes. That did get uploaded. Really had to make sure that I properly saved last week's VOD, which I think I would have been too late to do right now anyways. Let's see. Yep, that is gone. It's a terrible shame. But I did it in time last week, because I am smart. I can't believe everything Fisher has been through. I didn't know conditions for Gandrican immigrants were so bad. I didn't get that impression from Martin at all. You remember, right? Last night, Martin told us that Vendreka had been working to open its borders to Gandrican refugees, but he didn't tell us they were still struggling. Yeah, but that isn't the only thing that's bothering me. It's who Fisher was involved with. You got it too, right? The person that Maxwell was having Mr. Fisher spy on? Oh, Gordon, I believe is his name. I forgot I had to type this one out. Yeah. It was Senator Gordon, Professor Martin's old friend. After that, Daltrey told Mr. Fisher that he couldn't stay in London and that they'd both be going back to Vendreka. I guess that means he'll be arrested. Yeah, that was the most serious I've ever seen Daltrey. It was a little eerie. Well, I think that's everything. Xerxes, what's going on? I don't know. We only have one day left until we reach London. We found out so much, but there's still no sign of Alma. Maybe I crank Detective Instinct when I'm not talking. So then it is a little louder? No, I should maybe... There is good? We'll find out. We only have one day left until we reach London. We found out so much, but still no sign of Alma. What should we do? It's been a long day. I think we should get some sleep, but tomorrow we need to find Mr. Fisher again. We still have a very important question to ask him. Oh yeah, with everything that's been going on, I almost forgot why we were looking for him in the first place. He's the only person left who might remember seeing me and Alma together in the lounge car. We still have to find out what Veda and Monty are hiding too. It'll be okay, Emma. We can still get to the bottom of this. I think I'm going to bed now, Xerxes. I think I'm going to go to bed now, Xerxes. I want to be alone for a bit, if that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. God, I've never seen her like this. I have such a sick feeling in my stomach. Just what is going on here? I think I'm a little scared to find out. Okay. Time to start chapter 4 for real. Oh, what time is it? Wow, it's really pouring out there. Okay. Maybe I was wrong about Daltrey. If he hadn't shown up to defuse the situation about after Mr. Fisher pulled a gun, who knows what might have happened. Well, considering how the gun wasn't loaded, I think everything would have turned out fine, actually. It's after 10 a.m. Emma's late again. It's pretty unlike her to let me sleep in. I figured she'd want to start investigating right away, although maybe she's not really in the mood after what happened last night. Let's check the radio. I'm not really in the mood to listen to anything on the boombox right now. Maybe later. Okay. Check outside. What a dreary day. Ah, I get it. I know where she is. There's only one person Emma would trust enough for advice when she's feeling down, and that's Martin. I bet I'll find her if I go to his cabin. Okay. Oh, hello, Xerxes. Good morning. Oh, hi, Xerxes. Hey, guys. I thought I might find you here, Emma. I was surprised you didn't wake me up hours ago. Oh, yeah. Have a seat, Xerxes. Emma and I were just having a conversation. You two have had quite the adventure these past few days, I've gathered. Oh, I guess Emma told him about what's been going on. My, where to begin? Emma told me the two of you have been looking for a woman named Alma, who evidently went missing on the day of our departure. She told me all about your investigation, the many places you explored, the people you've spoken to. And she told me about the incident last night with that Fisher gentleman. What a frightening ordeal. I'm so glad the two of you are safe. It makes sense to me now. That ring you showed me yesterday, you believe it may have belonged to this Alma. I wish the two of you would have confided in me earlier. Perhaps I could have helped somehow. I'm sorry, Professor. I really felt terrible about making this Xerxes' problem. I didn't want to make it yours, too. Ah, but that's what I'm here for, isn't it? It's my job to help, not just with your studies, but with anything you may need. So, what do you make of all this, Professor? I must confess, it's a lot to process. I'm not quite sure what to think. All of this on top of that detective investigating some very serious crimes. There is certainly something unusual happening here, but I feel it would be best for all of us to remain level-headed. There must be an explanation, and I'm certain, in time, it will become clear to all of us. Professor, there was something Fisher said last night that I wanted to ask you about. I told you that Fisher was being forced to spy on a Vendrican politician by a lawyer named Maxwell. The man he was spying on was his employer. He said it was Senator Gordon. Senator Gordon? Isn't that the name of your friend, the one who invited you to Vendraca for this trip? Yes, that's right. Well, the idea that Fisher knew Gordon doesn't necessarily surprise me. As I told you the other night, Senator Gordon works extensively with Ganbrican refugees. If Fisher is Ganbrican, it makes sense that he and Gordon may have crossed paths. 1 second. Oops. However, the idea that this Fisher gentleman was spying on Gordon, that is alarming. I can't imagine why someone would want to spy on Gordon, however. The thought that this Maxwell character was using a downtrodden man like Fisher for such a thing. It's just unconscionable. Listen to me, you two. I know that I can't stop you from doing what you want to do, but please, be careful. It would give me tremendous peace of mind to know that you two weren't involving yourselves in something potentially dangerous. I just ask that you be sensible. I don't think I could bear it if anything happened to you. We understand, Professor. Thank you for joining me for breakfast, Emma, and thank you for staying to chat, Xerxes. I know that things may seem uncertain right now, but I do believe we are in good hands with that detective on board. I'm sure everything will be sorted out before we arrive in London tonight. Until then, well, just stay cautious. I will see you both tonight when we disembark. Don't forget to begin packing your things. We'll be arriving before you know it. We will, Professor. Hey, Xerxes, can we go back to your cabin for a bit? Sure. Okay. Think. Emma still seems a little bit shaken up. I'm not surprised she went to Martin for some reinsurance. I hope it was helpful. Man, what is this? Am I feeling jealous? Anything else I think? We should go back to my cabin. Okay. Back to the cabin. Hey, Xerxes. Are you alright, Emma? I just wanted to apologize. I'm sorry, I went to talk to Martin without you. It's just... After last night, I felt so guilty for what I did to Mr. Fisher. It made me start questioning everything I've been doing. I was so embarrassed. I didn't want you to see me like that. You know, when I first realized Alma was missing, I thought about going to Martin for help right away, but the past few years I've depended on him so much. Whatever problems I've had with school, stress, work, anything really, he's always been there for me when I needed advice. So this time, I thought I'd find another way. I wouldn't make it his burden. I wouldn't ruin his trip with my problems. I really thought I could get through this without him, but, well, I guess I couldn't. Hmm. Okay. One, had to respond to a text. Two, really want to just let the music play. Because this is a really sweet track. It's okay, Emma. There's nothing wrong with asking someone for help, especially after everything you've been through. If it makes you feel any better, I'm glad you asked me. Thanks, Xerxes. So, where do we go from here? Martin was very polite, but I can tell he's skeptical. I don't think he really believes me. And I don't know. Maybe he's right. After everything that's happened, I can't help but feel like we might be in over our heads a little bit. Maybe we should just leave everything for Detective Daltrey to sort out. Oh, I don't know. What do you think, Xerxes? What should we do? I mean, I think we continue our investigation. We're in this deep. At the very least, I think we should talk with, Fisher to see if he knows anything about our Alma. I know Martin wants us to stay safe, but I feel we've come too far to call it quits now. We still have a lead to chase, remember? Yeah, I know. Mr. Fisher. We still need to ask him if he remembers seeing me with Alma the other day. If nothing else, I think we should at least see what he has to say, don't you? Okay, you're probably right. I guess it couldn't hurt to check with him just to be sure. At this point, I'd be surprised if he remembered seeing Alma. But if nothing else, I'd love to apologize to him for last night. How about we ask the observation car attendant if she knows what happened to him after last night? Any excuse to see her again, huh? Oh, give me a break. It's okay, Xerxes. I'm just teasing you. I think that's a great idea. Just let me know when you're ready. What's the radio? Alright. Just wanted to thank everyone for listening in. I feel so lucky to get to share my musical passions with you all over the airwaves. I'm gonna leave you with another classic by the High Windows from 1972 called You're All That's Left. Always put me in a chill mood. Take it easy, folks, and remember, the sun will rise tomorrow, no matter how hard that may be to believe. Peace and love. And let's just vibe out with this for a second. Ooh. Damn, that was a vibe. Hell yeah. This is a really pretty song. It makes me feel relaxed for some reason. Looks like she's cheered up a little. That's good. I was a little worried for a minute there. Still, I can't imagine what's going through her head right now. It's been 2 days and it feels like we're barely any closer to Alma than we were at the start. And then there's Mr. Fisher. I think it took a lot of courage to decide to keep moving forward. She's more strong-willed than she gives herself credit for. We should go to the observation car. Okay. There's the attendant and... Wait. It's Mr. Fisher. He's already here. That's so lucky. The atmosphere in this place has totally changed, man. Something must have happened here. Well, he's not wrong. Huh. Even after everything that happened yesterday, she seems as cheery as ever. She must be pretty tough and very forgiving. Fisher's a lucky guy. There he is. I wonder what happened with him and Daltrey after we left last night. Let's try to talk to him, Xerxes. Mr. Fisher? Oh. Hello, you two. That's not right. I'll get into it. It'll take a while. It took a while to get into his voice in the first place. Let's see. Let me just let's just read this and try and get into the voice. Well, he's not wrong. Ah, even after everything that's happened yesterday, she seems as cheery as ever. Now that's... She must be pretty tough, and very forgiving. Fisher's a lucky guy. There he is. There he is. I wonder what happened with him and Daltrey after we left last night. Oh. Hello, you two. I would like to sincerely apologize for my behavior last night. There was no excuse for me to cause such a panic. No, I'm the one who should apologize. It's all my fault that you can't stay in London. No, no. Everything that has happened I brought upon myself. I've made many mistakes in my life, but from this day forward, I'm determined to become a man worthy of my granddaughter. I know I will meet her, someday. Mr. Fisher, we're really sorry to bother you, but would you mind if we asked you some questions? Not at all. What can I help you with? Looks like he's doing alright, all things considered. The lounge car. Mr. Fisher, do you remember sitting in the lounge car 2 days ago? It would have been around this time. Hmm? That would have been shortly after the train departed, correct? Yes, I do believe I spent some time in the lounge car. I was so thrilled to have made it on board, I wanted to explore the whole train. Of course, eventually I found my way here, which is my preferred spot. Do you by any chance remember seeing me there? Me and another woman? Oh, I'm not so good with faces, but let me think. I'm very sorry, I just can't remember. Oh, you can't? I know it must seem strange, given that Maxwell was paying me to be observant, but I must confess well, my memory just isn't what it used to be. It's hard for me to commit small details to memories unless... It's hard for me to commit small details to memory unless I really try. And I'm afraid I don't recall seeing you before last night. I sincerely apologize. It's okay, Mr. Fisher. Thanks anyway. Man, I can't believe it. Out of everyone, I really thought he'd be the one who'd be able to help us. Is this really it? Do we really have nowhere else to go from here? Emma's being nice, but she must be pretty disappointed. I spoke with Detective Daltrey at length last night. I had no idea he was here investigating Maxwell's death. And this was also the first I heard about what happened to poor Otto. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't have any hard feelings. The detective is only doing his job, and he was kind enough to allow me to keep my accommodations here, in spite of everything. Did you know Otto Keller, Mr. Fisher? Oh, you knew about Otto? It seems I was the last to find out. I didn't know him well, but having worked with Maxwell for a while, we did cross paths from time to time. He was Maxwell's housekeeper, in case you weren't aware. He was a very kind man. He was a Gambrican immigrant, like myself, so I found him very easy to talk to. To think, he too was killed. Maxwell introduced himself to me at the bar. I could tell that he was trouble, but the money he was offering up was too good to pass up. I have no idea what interest Maxwell had in Senator Gordon. Frankly, I didn't want to know. At first, Maxwell just had me listen to Gordon's conversations and report back what I heard. Later, he got more daring and asked me to look through his documents, memorize them, and tell me what they said. You managed to do that without getting caught? If I'm being honest, I don't think Senator Gordon ever noticed my presence. He never suspected a thing, as far as I'm aware. You okay, Emma? Yeah, I'm okay. Do you want to keep talking to Mr. Fisher? Maybe he knows something else that could help us. Well, if you want to, sure. You're saying you had tea with a woman in the lounge car that morning and that her name was Alma. What a coincidence. My wife's name was Alma. When my daughter wrote to tell me she named her newborn after her, I was very moved. But to answer your question, no. I'm afraid I don't remember ever seeing her. I'm very sorry. You're wondering what else the two of us talked about? Well, naturally, the detective wanted to know why I was spying for Maxwell. Or, more specifically, what it was that Maxwell wanted to know about Senator Gordon. I told the detective everything I knew, anything to help track down whoever killed Otto and Maxwell. You might think I knew Senator Gordon fairly well, having worked as gardener for years. But what little of a relationship we had could be called strictly professional. He paid little mind to me, and I paid little mind to him, at least when I wasn't spying on him. Even then, very little of the information Maxwell had me gather made much sense to me. Something about some suspicious foreign connections and payments he'd received many years ago to... I beg your pardon, I shouldn't be telling you any of this. That would be terribly irresponsible. Yeah, of course. But I really want to know. Do you remember anything else from when you were in the lounge car that morning? Anything else? Let me think. Oh, I do remember a rather strange couple coming in at one point. They were hard not to notice, very oddly dressed, and the woman made quite a show of her arrival. That must have been Vera and Monty. Oh, are those their names? I will admit those two struck me as a little odd, but I didn't think much of it at the time. I don't think they stayed long, if I remember correctly. The woman went to the bar at one point, and they left shortly after. That tracks with what the bartender told us. Oh. It's a strange couple. This is doing his job. Can't tell me much. I found Maxwell in exactly the same way Daltrey described him. Sitting alone at his dinner table with a knife in his back. How pitiful. I couldn't tell you much more. As soon as I realized he was dead, I fled the scene in a panic. I would only ever see Otto for a few minutes at a time. We didn't do much more than make small talk. I remembered him telling me how he and his wife wanted to start a family. I could tell he was struggling like the rest of us immigrants, but I always sensed nothing but optimism from him. He truly was a very kind man. I'm afraid I don't know why Otto was at that hotel 3 nights ago. But the timing is remarkable. I found Maxwell dead the same night. The detective asked me if I thought Otto might... The detective asked me if I thought Otto might have been Maxwell's killer. A terrible thought. Maxwell wasn't a good man. I assume he had many enemies, but no matter what he may have done. I just can't see Otto as a killer. Not unless he truly had no choice. Okay. Daltrey. Okay. Hey, Xerxes. Yeah? I think we've bothered Mr. Fisher enough, don't you think? Sure, but we still haven't learned anything new. Xerxes, I think maybe it's time to move on, you know? But, Emma, what about Alma? Xerxes, I really appreciate everything you've done for me the past few days, really. You're a great friend, I really mean that. I just think it's about time I face reality. I'm the only one who remembers Alma, and after 3 days of searching, we've turned up nothing proving she exists. No witnesses, no real evidence. Even the ring wasn't anything concrete. Really, all we've done is make things worse. It's really hard for me to accept, but I think maybe it was just a dream. I don't know. Come on, Emma, you can't be serious. I am, it's just, what's more likely, you know? That there's some grand conspiracy going on where everyone's either deliberately or unknowingly covering up Alma's existence? Or that I overheard Mr. Fisher talking about a person named Alma, then had a weird dream after drinking some weird tea. It sounds so silly when you put it that way, right? I guess so, but... It's alright, Xerxes. Honestly, it's a relief. Both of us have been distracted by this for long enough. I've barely even thought about my term paper, and besides... If there really is something funny going on here, I'm sure Detective Daltrey will get to the bottom of it. I think I'm just tired of playing detective, you know? I just want to go back to being me. I can't believe this. What's gotten into her? Is she really giving up? I know things aren't looking good right now, but... I wonder. If I didn't have a term paper to procrastinate on, would I have believed her? Would I have believed this story at all if it wasn't coming from Emma? I don't know that I'm ready to give up just yet, but... Okay, if you're sure, then I'm with you. Thanks, Xerxes. How about we go back to your cabin and do some brainstorming for our papers? We both have a lot of ground to make up. Sure, that sounds good. Hold on. Mr. Fisher? I just, I just remembered something. It was something about that odd couple. I knew there was some reason I remembered them. Talk about Veda and Monty. You're saying you remember something about Veda and Monty, Mr. Fisher? Oh yes, I did remember something. It probably wasn't anything substantial, just a bit of an odd interaction that struck me as a tad curious. The woman went to the bar while her husband waited in one of the booths. She talked to the bartender for some time. I remember seeing her hand the bartender some money, but I don't believe she ever had a drink. She never had a drink? No glass of wine or anything? No, certainly not. I watched her the entire time. You must think me to be rather rude, but I assure you, I was merely curious. No, that's all right. Well, I'm sure it was nothing. Perhaps the woman ordered a bottle of wine to be delivered to their cabin. I'm sorry, but this all must seem utterly trivial. I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. It's okay, Mr. Fisher. Thanks for talking with us. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Fisher. It was my pleasure. I hope I was some... I hope I was of some help to you both. If you need anything else, please don't hesitate to ask. Goodbye now. Xerxes. Okay, so, I know I just told you I want to stop investigating, and I mean it, really, but... Both the bartender and Vedas told us she had a glass of wine that morning. Mr. Fisher says she didn't have anything. I know Mr. Fisher's memory is a little spotty, but he seemed pretty certain about this, and if he's right... And that means both Veda and the bartender lied to us. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I'm not saying this proves anything, but why would they both lie about that? Isn't that strange? Yeah, it is, and to that point, if Veda never had a glass of wine... Then why did she give money to the bartender? Is this really anything? And am I just making a big deal out of nothing? Emma, I think this might be the break we were looking for. What do you mean? Think about it. With everything we know, if Veda never had a drink in the lounge car, then... You're right. This doesn't prove anything, but... We need to talk to the bartender right away. We're back, baby. Okay. Okay, no. She seems okay. Peace and love, peace and love. What a relief. He seems to be doing just fine. I just wish there could be a happy ending for him somehow. Okay. Back to the bartender. Oh, fucking... Yep. There he is. Let's not waste any time. Looks like these two are at it again. Fills it. Dennis... Hold up. Dennis, you. Okay. Phil's a choke artist and a morally bankrupt fraud. Give me a break. They're all just in it for the money. What makes Phil so bad? Probably best to leave them alone. Yeah. To the bartender. You two, yet again. It would appear these two golfers are my curse. But don't worry, I won't ask you to rid them from this place again. You look as if you want something from me. Can I interest you in some tea? No tea. We just wanted to ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind. Heh. More questions, huh? I see it in your eyes. I get the sense that there's something different from last time. Well, I have nothing to hide. Ask away. The afternoon after we departed, you told me and Emma that 3 people had ordered drinks from you. You said those 3 people were Emma, who got tea, Detective Daltrey, who got a beer, and a woman who ordered a glass of wine. Yes, that is correct. Yes, 3 people ordered drinks. Your friend, the detective, and a woman. You're asking me about your dream woman again, and now you've given her a name. How creative. Well, I'm sorry, she didn't exist 2 days ago, and she doesn't exist now. The woman that ordered a glass of wine that morning, that was Veda, right? We met her after talking to you. She told us she got a glass of wine from you. Yes, I do believe it was her. My apologies, it was so long ago I was having trouble recalling. Anyway, what does it matter? And do you remember the old man that was here the morning we departed? An old man. Yeah, you had mentioned to me that he seemed out of place. Ah, yes. Him. That was, Mr. Fisher. Me and Emma met him yesterday. Oh, did you now? Well, so what? Why should I care? He told us something kind of strange today. You remember seeing you talking to Veda that day, but he was adamant that you never gave her a drink. Oh? No matter how many names you give her, it won't make her real. I am very sorry, but I'm afraid your elderly friend is mistaken. I served the woman a single glass of wine. That is simply the truth. If that's the truth, why was Mr. Fisher so certain that you didn't? How should I know? Perhaps he's going senile. Don't you call Mr. Fisher senile! Oh, I'm sorry. Was that rude? I didn't mean to sound crass. It's just, well... I heard the poor old fool had an episode in the observation car last night. No, I wouldn't trust his word. He probably doesn't even remember what he had for breakfast this morning. The woman ordered a glass of wine, and I gave it to her. Simple as that. It doesn't seem like he's about to change his story. No, but I think he knows we're onto something. We're so close, we just... I believe Mr. Fisher, but his word isn't going to be strong enough to crack the bartender. I wonder, maybe there's another way we could prove that Veda never got a drink. Another way, huh? Think about it. We know for sure that he's lying to us, we just need to find a way to prove it. We've learned so much these past few days, there must be something we can use against him. Let's keep him talking. He has to slip up eventually. He just has to. I wonder what else could I try asking him about? This cash register tracks how many sales were made per day. When We checked it 2 days ago. It said 3. Is that useful information right now? I don't think so. No, this doesn't matter right now. So, if the bartender is to be believed, Veda ordered a glass of one of the wines on display here. Is there anything we can ask him about the wine that might be useful? You want to know more about the wine we're serving? Sure, what would you like to know? Ooh, I think the price. Oh, are you looking to make a purchase? No, I think our wines may be a bit out of your league. A single bottle could easily cost you a couple $100. A single glass, well, certainly more than you'd be willing to pay. And it'd be irresponsible of me to sell it to such an amateur. Alright, sure, jerk, I didn't want it anyway. More importantly, did he say anything interesting there? Yes. I don't know, maybe there's something here. Worth a shot to press him on it. Alright, so if the wine is really so expensive, how could Veda afford it? I beg your pardon? I mean, you told us yourself that Veda and Monty are broke. How could you have sold her such an expensive drink? That's a pretty good question. Well, what can I say? She must have been truly thirsty. Oh, come on, give me a break. Is that the best you can come up with? I can't presume to know why that woman would spend some of what little she has on wine. However, well, you've met her. I don't think it's such a stretch to suggest her priorities are perhaps a bit distorted. That was a good try, Cersei, but I don't think it's strong enough. You're right that it's odd for Veda to have spent so much on wine, but we can't prove that she didn't, or wouldn't. Seems like the price isn't the right angle, but maybe there's something else about the wine. I think the price is the right angle. Yes. This cash register tracks how many sales are made per day, correct? Yes, that is correct. You told us that afternoon that you had made 3 sales so far. That's right. The girl, the woman, and the detective. 3 sales. Is there a problem? Xerxes, I don't think this is helpful right now. We need to prove that Veda never had a drink. Right now, the register only helps prove that she did. She's right. I don't think I'm on the right track here. I know this register will be useful eventually, but first we need to get him to admit that he never served Veda a drink. Okay. Talk about the wine. What about the type of wines? We stock many varying kinds of red wine here. Merlot, Pinot Noir, Cabernet Sauvignon. We have a wine for any occasion. Not that you'd be able to afford it. I wonder, was that important? Did Veda mention about Chardonnay white wine? Yes. Something about what he said just now sounded off to me. Let's press him on it. So, you serve various kinds of red wine here. That's right. Do you only serve red wine, no white wine or anything? That is correct. The only kinds of wine we have available here are red wines. That's it! You don't serve any white wine here at all, not even, for example, Chardonnay? No, We don't serve Chardonnay. So what? So what? I'll tell you so what. Why, that's my favorite kind of wine. No. That's what Veda told us she ordered from you. She said what? That's right. She specifically told us she ordered white wine. The finest Chardonnay you had. Oh, that's just rich. Well, surely you're not going to try and tell us that Veda can't tell the difference between red and white wine. Or that she'd lie about something so trivial. Ah, ha, ha, ha. No, you're right. This certainly is a contradiction. Oh, whatever will I do? You've discovered my dark secret. Well, can you explain this one or not? Okay, you win. I'll tell you the truth. Sure, why not? You're right. I did not sell that woman a glass of wine. I did speak with her, but for reasons I am not at liberty to say. We agreed that if anyone asks, we'd say she ordered some. I didn't expect that she'd choose to embellish her story later on. How utterly foolish. Well, there you have it. The truth. Are you satisfied now? Not quite, no. Oh. That's right, because if Veda didn't order a glass of wine, that leaves us with another contradiction. Well, I'm all ears. What is this supposed contradiction? The register. You told us that this register tracks how many drinks are sold in a day. That afternoon you said it read 3. Heh. Oh, did I say that? Well, perhaps I was mistaken. It must have read 2. 1 for the girl, 1 for the detective. Not so fast. You let me take a look, and I confirmed that it said 3. Heh. Oh, that's right. Silly me. The register confirms that 3 drinks were sold, and if Veda didn't order one of them, then that leaves 1 drink unaccounted for. Why, yes, I suppose it does. How curious. Let me guess. You have a theory about to whom this elusive 3rd drink was sold. That's right, I do. Well, please don't leave me in suspense. Who do you suggest had the 3rd drink? Who? Oh, wait, of course. Your dream woman. I should have guessed. Well, it's true, isn't it? You know, all this time you've been accusing me of covering up the existence of this mysterious woman. But not once have you suggested any reason why I would do such a thing. A reason why? That's right. What on earth would I have to gain from lying to you? If it were true, all it would have given me so far was a few days of badgering from a couple of insolent tourists. But I suppose I must give you some credit. You've managed to discover quite a bit more than I expected you to. So, let's hear it. If the person who ordered the 3rd drink was your dream woman, why would I have lied to you about it for the past 3 days? This really is all just a big game to him, isn't it? But he's right. We haven't been able to figure out why he's been lying. It's the final piece of the puzzle. Think, what else do we know that might help us pin down the motive? A motive, huh? Well, if there's one piece of information that we haven't used yet, and if you think about it, I think it actually shows a pretty clear motive. Hit him with it, Xerxes. Let's bring this home. I don't have an idea right now. Fuck. Okay, it has to do with the ring, obviously. Okay, there's some sort of collusion going on between him and Veda. Probably to help get Monty back on feet. We know that... I don't know if this really helps at all right now. Dukan Revolution, the ring. Divine Beloved AK. Dennis and Palmer don't have anything helpful to do here. Like, there's some conspiracy going on with Vendrake and Genbrika. Alright, let's actually see what my options are. Well, any theories? And you think back to all of the things we've been told the past few days. Who gave us the last piece of information we need to prove the bartender's motive? Fucking... Okay, Fisher. Veda gave him money. There was one more thing that Mr. Fisher told us about you and Veda, something very unusual. Oh, and what was that? He said that even though she didn't return with a drink, she handed you money. Oh, did he now? That seems odd, doesn't it? Why would Veda hand you money if she wasn't ordering anything to drink? I don't know. You tell me. Alright, I will! She wanted to shut you up. Veda knew that you saw something she didn't want you or anyone else on this train to see. She knew that Emma saw it too, so she paid you to pretend you didn't see it. You agreed, but you needed to make sure there was no evidence to implicate either of you in the scheme. The cash register clearly showed that 3 drinks had been sold, so in order to hide one of them, you both agreed to pretend Veda ordered a glass of wine. It probably would have worked too, if only Veda hadn't gotten a little dramatic with her side of the story. Veda may have gotten lucky that no other witnesses saw what she was trying to hide. But in the end, it didn't matter. Her story fell apart, and so is yours. I'm waiting for the punchline. Tell me, what did I see that I shouldn't have? You saw Alma, the missing woman! My My, you do have quite an imagination, don't you? What a story! I'm impressed, really, I am. Chutney. Oh, that stupid, stupid woman. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's all true, isn't it? I have to thank you both. You two have given me quite a bit of fun these past few days. In exchange, how about I give you this? This is... This is the money that wretched woman paid me. I assume you're going to see her, yes? When you do, be sure to give that back to her, and tell her that I changed my mind. After all, the amount was quite low, and to think I had to negotiate for more after her paltry first offer. In truth, I felt sorry for her, knowing how penniless she and her feeble husband truly are. But my silence isn't cheap. Are you saying... Oh, would you look at the time? I'm afraid I must take my break now. I think you two had better hurry up. You're running out of time, you know. Have a wonderful rest of your trip. And good luck finding your dream woman. Jesus Christ, man. Xerxes, did we just... Yeah, we did. We just proved that Alma's real. I can't believe this. I don't know what to say. And to think I was about to give up. You really let him have it, Xerxes. I've never seen that side of you before. Yeah, maybe I got a little carried away? It was pretty cool. Oh, man. My heart is racing. I'm nervous, but... There's no time to lose. If we don't confront Veda and Monty now, we may never know what really happened to Alma. I don't want to scare you, but this could be dangerous, right? Whatever is happening here, it's just... We don't know what those two are capable of, or are willing to do. Are you sure you're ready for this? Yes. Alright. I'm glad you are, because I don't know that I am. Let's go, Xerxes, to Veda and Monty's cabin, one last time. Hold up. Just gonna do a quick, yep. I do not want to talk to them. Okay, that's fair. Okay. It turns out he was paid off by Veda to keep his mouth shut about seeing Alma. The two of them pretended that Veda had bought a glass of wine that morning to hide the fact that Alma was the real third sail. He broke into hysterical laughter when we called him out on it, and then gave us evidence to present Veda with. I get the sense that he really enjoyed toying with us these past few days, and I don't think he cared a bit about betraying Veda. It was all just a fun game to him. What a weird guy. Alright. I will not stand any more of this badgering, you loathsome pig. My husband and I are respectable, upstanding citizens. We contribute to society. Not that you'd understand anything about that. You sad, weak little man. Why don't you run along now? Perhaps you can find another poor, struggling immigrant to harass. Lord knows you dirty pigs have nothing better to do. Ah, I cannot even stand to look at your disgusting face for 1 minute longer. Do you understand? Get out, you obnoxious oaf, and mind your own business. Oh man, what could this be about? Detective? Oh, hello again. Um, what brings you two here? We were just, passing through. What about you? What was going on in there? Oh, I was just investigating. Listen, as much as I'd love to stay and chat, well, quite frankly, I'm running out of time. We'll talk later, okay? We really should have kept him with us. Yikes, I guess even seasoned police detectives are no match for a migraine-stricken Veda. Hopefully, we'll have better luck. Ugh. What a bother. Now, darling, I'm not sure why you won't just leave this to me, but if you truly must know, it's Ace, King, Queen, Jack, in that order, okay? Don't forget. Okay. That's a pretty, bad cipher, if I'm gonna be honest. Uh, Ace, King, Queen, Jack. And perhaps it's the Three of Hearts, the Eight of Spades, the Five of Diamonds, and the Two of Clubs. Bringing us to... da -ba -ba -ba. 3, 8... 3852. Huh? I'm not sure what they're talking about, but let's not get distracted. Don't worry, Xerxes. We can do this. She's pretty nervous too, but we have to step up here for Alma. Deep breaths. All right, let's go. Oh, what is it now? Oh, it's you two again. Wonderful, as if this day couldn't get any better. I must say, I am simply in no mood for further confrontations. Can you make this quick? What do you want now? We're sorry to bother you again. We just had a few questions we forgot to ask you before. If you don't mind, we can be out of your hair in just a few minutes. Promise. Fine, fine, but if it's about your silly imaginary woman again, you can forget it. Okay. The morning the train departed, you got a glass of wine in the lounge car, right? Haven't we been over this already? Yes, I had a glass of wine that morning. A glass of Chardonnay, right? Yes, that's right, the finest they had, with grapes straight from the fields of Burgundy. Oh, it's from Burgundy now. She really can't help herself, huh? Did she say... No. Ah, that's interesting. What is that supposed to mean? We just got back from the car. According to the bartender, they don't serve any white wine there, only red. What do you mean he said they only serve red wine? That's... Oh, that's completely asinine. Do you really expect me to believe a story like that? He's shocked. It's true. We even asked if he had Chardonnay, and he said no. I don't care what that creep told you. Maybe he ran out. That's what I ordered. Don't know what to tell you. I guess she's not going to change her story that easily. I think if we talk about Alma, they're just going to kick us straight out. So... Hang on. I should wait for the right opportunity to present this. We need to break them down, get one of them to slip up, then we'll hit them with the evidence. Does the name Alma mean anything to you? No, I can't say it does. Monty, does that name ring a bell to you? No, I didn't think so. Oh! I see where this is going. That's the name of your missing woman, isn't it? Didn't I tell you not to waste our time with that nonsense? You commoners really do have no tact at all, do you? I had a glass of Chardonnay. I don't care what the bartender told you. It's true! As expected, she's as tough as ever. Xerxes, maybe we should approach this differently. She's not going to tell us about Alma that easily, but if we start somewhere else, maybe we can bluff our way into her admitting what's really going on. What do you mean? Well, Veda and Monty think we don't know who they are, but we do, and if we show them we know that, they might start worrying that we know more than we do. We'll gain the upper hand. That's a great idea. Keep pushing, Xerxes. Make them sweat. I see, this is going to be just as tedious as the other day, isn't it? If you don't have anything of substance to ask us... If you don't have anything of substance to ask of us, I really must ask you to leave. Monty and I have a lot of packing to do, and we weren't finished yet. Don't interrupt me, child. What else could you have possibly have to ask us? Excuse me, I don't see how that's any of your business. Besides, what does it look like to you? Could a poor person afford this jewelry? Or a luxury suite like this? Ah, yes! Monty and I are obviously quite well off. Is that really true? What is that supposed to mean? What do you do for a living that you can afford that you can afford such luxurious things, Monty? Don't answer that. Not that he could anyway, but... I'm sorry, I'm just curious is all. I'm sensing a smug satisfaction coming from you. It is most unbecoming. How are our finances any of your business? What is this about the storage car? We found some weird items in there. The porter told us they belonged to a short man in a funny hat. Was that you, Monty? That was a really fun card trick you showed us the other day, Monty. You did what? Enough of this. Tell me, right now, what do you know? Out with it! I've had enough of these games. Just explain yourselves. Now! Now! We heard there was an accident. You're a magician, right, Monty? Around a year ago, there was an accident during a performance. It ruined your career. The accident could have been fatal, so you gained a reputation for being irresponsible with safety. Be quiet. You lost your regular bookings and no other venues wanted anything to do with you. I said quiet! I won't listen to you disparage my husband, you ignorant twerps! Monty is a genius, and he's a consummate professional. That accident was not his fault, and the cowards that shunned him should be ashamed of themselves. How do you know all of this anyway? We asked around, and that's not all we know. We have a witness who saw you in the lounge car the morning the train departed. A witness? Don't make me laugh. We were very thorough. Oh? I don't have to explain myself to the likes of you. This is all nonsense. Our witness says he saw you hand money to the bartender, but leave without a drink. Oh, that's preposterous. I already told you I bought a glass of wine. Ask the bartender, he'll tell you. What is this? Ooh. This is the money you gave the bartender to keep his mouth shut. He wanted me to give you a message. I believe it was, I changed my mind. Or, I changed my mind. That no good, lying, lower-class, big-eyed rat! You told us everything, Beta. He confirmed that you paid him to lie about seeing Alma. We know that you're hiding her. You can't lie to us anymore. It's over, Veda. Humph. You must think you've got us all figured out, don't you? Such arrogance. I don't care what that bartender told you. You don't know a thing about me or Monty. Do you want to know who was responsible for the accident that destroyed Monty's career? Because it wasn't Monty. It was me. It was his stage manager. I was his stage manager. It was my responsibility to ensure all safety protocols were followed for my husband's shows. On that day, our performance was running late, so I skipped one of our procedures to get him on stage faster. I assumed it would be fine. It was fine every time before. I was careless. God, I could have killed him. Even though nobody was hurt, that kind of negligence should have been enough to have me arrested, but my husband took all responsibility for the incident. He claimed he was the one who demanded we go on stage without following protocol. He refused to let me take the fall. His life was ruined because of me. I have not rested for a single day since it happened. I have spent every waking moment trying to restore my husband's reputation to no avail. So, when an opportunity finally presented itself, I wasn't going to let it slip by. An opportunity? There is nothing you can say that will make me jeopardize the arrangement I've made. And besides, what do you really know about it anyway? What makes you so sure your mystery woman even wants to be found? You haven't thought about that at all, have you? My lord, how self-centered can you be? Listen to me very carefully. You two are meddling in something that is far bigger than you know. Why, even Monty and I don't know all the details. Forget about it. Everyone will be much better off, yourselves included. Got it? Can you just tell me one thing? Is she safe? I told you. Forget about it. I'm not going to stop until you tell me she's okay. If you don't, I'll... Oh, cut it out, dear. You'll do what now? I'll tell the detective everything. He'll listen to us. He'll... Ah, ha, ha, ha. That dopey cop. That's all you can think to do. By all means, tell him. It won't matter, because you don't have any evidence to support this ridiculous nonsense. Evidence? That's right, dear. You've told quite a fantastic story. But as far as that detective is concerned, that's all it is. A story built on shaky testimony. The fact remains that you do not have any proof whatsoever that a woman named Alma was ever on this train. And you never will, because there is nothing to find. So what? Even without any evidence, I know Detective Daltrey will believe us. Come on, Xerxes, let's go find him, quick! That won't be necessary. I have some evidence right here. What was that? Oh, that was Martin. Let's just quickly... That won't be necessary. I have some evidence right here. I have in my hands a wedding ring. Would I be correct in assuming you two found it here in this cabin? Professor Martin? You? What are you doing? The two of you were careless enough to lose her once, and on top of that, you failed to notice that she dropped her wedding ring in your own cabin. My students here found the ring and have been searching for its owner ever since. They've proven to be quite resourceful, even without it in their possession. Surely by now you realize. There's nothing you can hide from them. Emma, Xerxes, I'd like you to meet me in my cabin at once. We have much to discuss. I will be waiting for you there. Oh shit. I didn't think I'd need to come up with a voice for him. Well, Monty! You don't need to lie anymore. Oh, Monty. We should go talk to Martin. God damn. What in the world is going on here? I mean, it would appear as though these two are trafficking Veda, or Alma, rather. And Martin's in on it? It's a little fucked up. Have a seat, you two. Professor, what's going on? Before I say anything, I just want you to know how proud I am of the two of you. For you to have come this far out of the desire to help a stranger speaks volumes about your character. I truly am lucky to be your teacher. However, whether or not I am still worthy to be your teacher will be for you to decide. I have deceived you both. I know this is unforgivable, but I hope you'll allow me to explain myself. I know you must have many questions, and I intend to answer them all. All I ask is that you trust me. I trust you, Professor. Please, just tell us what's going on. I told you that Senator Gordon invited me to Vendraka, which was the genesis of this trip. This is true, as was my desire to turn it into a valuable study experience for some of my brightest students. But Gordon wasn't simply inviting me here on holiday, he had a request. It was about the woman you've met, Alma. By now, I'm sure you've realized that the truth of Vendraka's relationship to Genbrika is far more complex than I initially suggested. It is certainly true that Vendrika has welcomed many Genbrikan refugees into the country, but they do not live well. It pains me to admit it, but my country has done little to integrate its growing Ganbrican population in a way that permits them to thrive. There are those in the government that see the influx of Ganbrican immigrants as a problem. A problem that needs to be resolved by forcibly removing them from the country. Regrettably, those forces have tremendous support among the populace. As such, it is trivially easy for Ganbrican refugees to be deported, no matter how small the infraction or how dubious the claim. The courts will almost always rule in favor of deportation for any Ganbrican immigrant that is accused of even the most trivial of crimes. They come to this country to escape the tyranny of their home, only to end up right back where they started. It is a dreadful situation. That is awful. Yes. The woman named Alma is a Ganbrican immigrant. Her husband committed a violent crime and was killed in the process. The police immediately went searching for her, but knowing what was likely to happen if she were found, she went into hiding. This is when Senator Gordon got involved, and when he asked for my help. Alma is not guilty of anything. However, should the police find her, she would certainly be deported. She will be forced to fend for herself in that violent place. Senator Gordon, hearing of her plight, quickly devised a plan to get her out of the country and to set her up with a new life in London. He needed my assistance to ensure the plan was a success, and I was more than happy to oblige. What do Veda and Monty have to do with this? You may have heard from the porter that stowaways are common on these trains. In truth, many of them are Ganbrican immigrants looking to escape the same fate as Alma. As such, security has gotten remarkably tight on any outgoing travel. All luggage is very thoroughly inspected, especially oversized items that are placed in the storage cars. It is extremely difficult to smuggle someone out of Vendriga, and yet, sometimes fortuitous opportunities do present themselves. I do not know how Gordon came to know that magician, but it turned out the two of them could help each other. As you certainly know by now, that magician's reputation in this country was ruined by a performance accident. He was looking for a fresh start in a new country, but lacked the funds to facilitate such a move. Senator Gordon was more than happy to pay for all of his arrangements on one condition. The condition that he hid Alma in one of his pieces of stage equipment, such that she could be transported to London without being discovered. It's really quite a novel idea. Magician's stage equipment is designed to look innocuous, but hides numerous secret compartments and exits. It was not difficult to get all of the items past security without any such compartments being opened, and without Alma being discovered. But if Alma is hiding in one of the pieces of stage equipment, how did I meet her? Why was she in the observation car 2 days ago? The truth is, this entire process has been undeniably traumatizing for Alma. First, her husband is killed, and now she is being smuggled away from her home by strange people with whom she has no choice but to trust. I suspect she feels like the loneliest woman in the world, and perhaps, for a moment, that loneliness was too much to bear. I don't know for certain what her intentions were in coming out of hiding. All I know is that shortly after she met with you, Emma, Veda and Monty found her, and she agreed to return to the storage car to complete the journey as originally intended, and that is where she is right now. This is unbelievable. Professor Martin, how did you end up with her wedding ring? Fucking stole it from your bedside table, girl. I am not proud to say this, but I took it from your room while you slept, Emma. It was my intention that the two of you would not get involved in any of this business, and I made the determination that ensuring this was worth a breach of your confidence. I see now that this was a mistake, and I regret all that I've done to hide the truth from you. I hope you can forgive me. And now I must make a request of you. Please, do not investigate any further, and do not tell the detective what I have told you just now. That detective, I do not believe he is as trustworthy as he seems. I believe he has an ulterior motive for being here, and I suspect it has something to do with Alma. Much like the courts, the Vendraken police have little sympathy for Gambrican immigrants. If he were to find Alma, he would not hesitate to bring her back to Vendraka and have her promptly arrested. He has already suggested he will do the same to another immigrant on board, yes? That man, Fisher? Yeah. I also have my suspicions about that case he is investigating. The man who was killed at the hotel, Otto Keller. You don't think... Detective Daltrey? Please, Emma, Xerxes. The only way that Alma will successfully complete her journey is if we pretend that everything is normal. That detective cannot find her. We cannot allow that to happen. I can't believe that Professor Martin is involved in all of this. I never could have imagined that he'd be doing this kind of thing. I feel like I hardly even recognize him. Okay, Professor. I'm sorry, I think I need to go back to my room for a while. I understand. Excuse me. Xerxes. Yes, Professor? I feel I need to apologize to you personally as well. Why's that? I feel that, as your teacher, I have not given you the attention you deserve. I accepted you for this directed study program on Emma's recommendation. Without it, I likely would not have allowed you to come on this trip. It isn't that I was unimpressed with your writing, but you haven't been my student for long, and it was my opinion that you weren't ready for this assignment. Emma thought differently, and she convinced me. But perhaps there was a part of me that still felt you weren't ready, and that you shouldn't have joined us. I believe I may have neglected your development, but knowing what you have assisted Emma with uncovering these past few days, I am convinced that you are a man of tremendous character and intelligence. She was right, I was wrong. I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I suspect that everything I have just told you and Emma will have come as much more of a shock to her than to you. I have taught Emma for many years. She is a brilliant student, and she most certainly thinks of me as her closest mentor. I have betrayed her trust in a way that I can never undo. No matter how good my intentions, I fear I will never truly regain it. And perhaps I don't deserve it. Please, look after her. Yeah, I will, Professor. I think I should go. Oh boy. That just threw like a million wrenches into the pile. Let's just go over the notes again real quick. Martin revealed to us that he knew about Alma all along. Apparently she's a Gambrican immigrant whose husband got into a bit of trouble, and Martin is helping smuggle her out of Vendrica so she doesn't get deported. Martin seems to think Daltrey isn't trustworthy. He told us that the Vendrican police aren't very sympathetic to Gambrican immigrants, and he thinks Daltrey may be here to try to find and arrest Alma, or worse. Well, it turns out Gordon didn't just invite Martin back to Vendrica for a nice visit. He wanted Martin to help him smuggle a Gambrican immigrant named Alma out of Vendrica. I wonder if this has anything to do with why Maxwell wanted to spy on him. Alright, I need to see if I have this straight. So Martin is helping his friend Senator Gordon smuggle a Gambrican immigrant named Alma out of Andrika. The whole time Emma and I were trying to find her, Martin knew what was going on all along. I just can't believe Martin was hiding this from us the whole time. It's like there's a whole other side to him that we knew nothing about. Who is he really? We learned that the accident that ruined Monty's career wasn't his fault, but Veda's. She's been on a crusade to get Monty's career back ever since, which is why she got involved with Senator Gordon's plan to smuggle Alma out of the country on this train. Gordon offered to pay for their travel if they agreed to hide Alma and some of Monty's stage equipment. After Martin left their cabin earlier, Monty actually spoke to Veda, telling her that she doesn't have to lie anymore. I wonder if Monty's even I wonder if Monty even wanted to go along with Veda's scheme in the first place. After confronting her and talking with Martin, we confirmed that Veda was involved in hiding Alma. She paid off the bartender to claim he never saw her, and the two conspired to hide the fact that Alma existed by pretending that Veda bought a glass of wine that morning. Veda was responsible for the accident that ruined Monty's stage career. She was a stage manager. That night, the performance was running late, and she decided to forego a routine safety procedure to get him on stage faster. He almost died as a result, and lost any chance of continuing his career in Vendraka. Ever since, she's done whatever she can to try and re-establish his career outside of Vendraka, including getting involved with Senator Gordon's plan to smuggle Alma out of the country on this train. Gordon offered to pay for their travel if they agreed to hide Alma and some of Monty's stage equipment. I kind of feel bad for her now. I'm sure she feels extremely guilty for what happened to Monty, and she's trying really hard to help him. But I get the sense that she hasn't really considered Monty's feelings about what she's been doing, or how she's been behaving on his behalf. Still, I can tell she really loves him. It's honestly kind of sweet. Well, it turns out Martin took the ring. He confirmed to us that it does in fact belong to Alma. He wanted to hide from us that what was really going on with his plan to smuggle her out of Andrika. Still, to go so far as to steal it from Emma while she was sleeping just seems so extreme. I can hardly believe Martin actually did that, and why was it left in Veda and Monty's cabin in the first place? Yet there's a lot that just isn't adding up here. It's evening, I guess. I think that's just about everything packed. Whew. I didn't think I had that much. Maybe I should have folded some of my clothes. Well, whatever, it's fine. We should arrive in London in just a few hours. I can't believe it. This trip went way faster than I expected. This has been a pretty weird experience. I haven't seen Emma since she left Martin's cabin earlier. I hope she's doing alright. Maybe I should go check on her. My luggage is such a mess. How did I let it get so chaotic? It's only been a few days. Yeah, that's fair. It finally stopped raining. Okay. Okay. Hmm? Oh, hi, Xerxes. Hey, Emma. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. I'm just about finished packing my things. Are you here just to check up on me? I guess so. Aw, that's very sweet of you, Xerxes. Thank you. Don't mention it. I just wanted to make sure you were alright after, everything. I appreciate that. It's definitely been a lot, but I'm fine. Really. It feels like this trip went really quickly, doesn't it? I guess that's because neither of us has really had a break since we departed. Tell me about it. I was planning on using this time to plan my term paper day, but I haven't had a single second to think about it. Oh, Xerxes. I'm sure you would have found a way to procrastinate on that even without my help. Yeah, probably. How about this? I think Alma's in good hands, right? We shouldn't need to worry about that anymore, so... Honestly, I'm not so sure about that, but... Why don't we spend these next few hours relaxing? We can go to the lounge car and get a drink or something. Maybe we could brainstorm ideas for our term papers together, or talk about literally anything else. What do you say? That sounds really nice, actually. Sure, Emma. Great! Let's enjoy ourselves. My god, look at how neatly folded everything is. She'd have a heart attack if she saw my luggage case. I'm glad she seems to be doing alright. After that bombshell Martin dropped on us, I wasn't sure how she'd respond. I'm sure deep down she's still feeling a little betrayed, but she's strong. I know she'll be okay. You know, with how long we were on this train, I'm kind of surprised this is the first time I'm seeing Abbott's cabin. I don't know, Xerxes. I'm sure at some point the two of us should talk about what happened the past few days, but right now I kind of just want to relax, you know? Yeah, you're right. Now's not the time. Let's head to the lounge car when you're ready. Oh. Time is it? What a nice song. Alright. Move on. Wait, what? Okay. Do you really think that, Xerxes? I'm serious. Grocery store donuts are better in the winter, and I have a theory about why. What? In the summer, they get all mushy in storage because it's warmer outside. But in the winter, they stay crisp. They taste so much better. I mean, sure, I believe you. It's just such a ridiculous thing to notice. Is it? I mean, I guess so. Okay. I'm assuming this is Daltrey. I've assumed every question mark has been Daltrey, but you know. I'm assuming this is Daltrey. Because it would just make the most sense to have Daltrey show up immediately after being like, hey, we can't fucking trust this man. Even though I don't exactly trust Martin telling us to not trust Daltrey. Although, Whew. Okay. Hey now, what are we laughing about here? Yeah, bringing that music. Is it something I said? Do I have food on my face? Oh, hey, detective. Oof, I totally killed the mood, didn't I? Damn, I have a habit of that. Oh, no, it's okay. How are you? How am I? Well, I'm still breathing and my hair isn't falling out yet. So all in all, I can't complain too much. My investigation appears to have been a bit of a bust, though. I am not looking forward to facing my bosses back home and telling them I got almost nothing. How about you two? Did you end up finding your missing woman? No, we didn't. It turns out I was mistaken. Oh, is that so? Well, darn. I was hoping at least one of us wouldn't have come up short on this trip. What a bummer, right? Seems like something's on his mind. He definitely has something on his mind, but how can we ask him about it without looking suspicious? Emma, what are you thinking? You look like you have a question for me. What's up? Oh, no, I didn't have anything. Oh, alright then. I need to be careful. I need to be careful here. I can't say anything that might tip him off about Alma, but if we don't say anything, we might look pretty suspicious. One of us better speak up soon before this gets too awkward, but I don't know what to say. Come on, Alma, help me out here. I'm not sure what to say. So, I know your investigation didn't end so well, but did you enjoy the trip otherwise, Detective? Oh, I guess so. It's been a nice ride, but I'll admit, it's pretty hard to enjoy it when you're focused on work. I think I know what you mean. We aren't just here on vacation either. We have a pretty big assignment to worry about, right, Xerxes? Yeah, that's right. I guess worrying about class isn't so different from worrying about work. Yeah, it's something like that. Good small talk, Emma. Honestly, it was fun playing detective for a bit, but the missing woman thing was really just an excuse to procrastinate on our papers. From now on, we're gonna leave it to the professionals. Yeah. What's up with Daltrey? Daltrey is acting a little weird. He seemed to react to Emma bringing up the missing woman. Is it possible he already knows about Alma? That wouldn't be good. She could be in danger of being discovered. Alright, it's risky, but maybe I should just go for it and press him for more info. If he does know something, we might need to warn Martin. Alright. Hey, detective, is something on your mind? It's just... I just feel like I need to apologize is all. I haven't been entirely truthful with you two. How so? The truth is, well, it's true that I boarded this train to continue my investigation into the murders of Otto Keller and Edison Maxwell, but... Well, to be more specific, I did it because I was looking for someone. Someone that I was sure would be here. When you told me about your missing woman the other day, I didn't think much of it at first, but then, well... As unlikely as it'd be, in the back of my mind, I kept wondering if maybe we were actually looking for the same person. It turned out to be nothing, of course, but in hindsight. Even the slightest hunch it might have something to do with my case should have kept me from letting you guys get involved. Instead, I let it go, I let you go on investigating, and because I did, you wound up with a gun pointed at you. God, When I think about what might have happened if it were loaded, if it were someone other than Fisher holding it. This trip was certainly a failure for me, but it's not because I didn't find what I was looking for. It's because I allowed you guys to get into serious danger, and for that, I am sincerely sorry. I'm not sure what to say. Detective, if you don't mind me asking, who are you looking for exactly? Oh, well, alright, I guess there's no harm in telling you that now. As long as you promise not to do anything with this information, of course. We promise. Okay. The person I'm looking for is Otto Keller's wife, Alma Keller. Yep, there it is. Alma Keller? Yeah, as soon as we ID'd Otto, we found out he was married, so we had officers go to his house to talk to his wife, but she wasn't there. After I found a train schedule among Otto's belongings, it occurred to me that she might be fleeing this country for some reason. So I made the impulse decision to get on board and chase that hunch. The boys back home still haven't found her, but, well, neither have I, so it looks like I was wrong. God, what a waste of time, right? Now I'm gonna go home completely empty-handed. I'll look like such a dope, won't I? I mean, more so than usual. What about Fisher? Fisher? I mean, you said you were going home empty-handed, but isn't he coming with you? No. Fisher isn't coming with me. When we arrive in London, he's going to stay. You're letting him stay? Listen, everything about this is against my better judgment. In fact, it might just be the most irresponsible thing I've ever done. Which is, saying something. As the man who let civilians onto an investigation scene, yeah, that is saying something. Fisher is guilty of some serious crimes. His spying on a Vendrican senator could be considered treasonous. If he went back to Vendrika, he'd face a fate far worse than a slap on the wrist. I talked with him at length, he told me everything, and I know this may sound a bit sentimental, but I believe him. He's just a decent man who got way in over his head out of desperation. I can't in good faith condemn that man to such a horrible fate. How could I sleep at night, you know? As far as you know, there was no Fisher, and everything I just told you, forget about it, okay? Yeah, sure. You know, you're a really good guy, Detective. Ah, you think so? Well, sure, I may be a good guy, but I'm a pretty lousy cop. Anyway, I'm sorry to have interrupted you two. It's like my ex-wife used to tell me all the time. Nobody likes a third wheel. I'm gonna go back to my cabin and get some rest. It's been a long few days, hasn't it? If I don't see you, well, it's been a pleasure. I wish you both the best. Good luck with your lives. Need to... Ugh. Also, I need water. Damn. Okay. Xerxes, do you think... Do you think that Professor Martin was telling us the truth? I mean, I don't know. I think so. Why wouldn't he? When I left his room yesterday, I took this. The ring. To my beloved A.K., Alma Keller. There's just no way this is a coincidence. Alma is Otto Keller's wife, which is something that Martin didn't tell us. I don't think that he noticed that I took back the ring. I just wanted to have it, you know, just in case. Just in case what, exactly? Martin doesn't seem to trust Detective Daltrey. Do you, Xerxes? I don't know. I mean, I have a hard time believing he's up to no good, but it's not like we really know him that well, do we? That's true, but after today, I'm not so sure I know Martin that well either. He almost seemed like a completely different person when we talked to him before, didn't he? Yeah, a little bit. I'm not saying I don't trust him, I don't know what to believe. So then, what should we do? I think there's only one way for us to know for sure what's really going on, Xerxes. I know that Martin wouldn't want us to, but I think we should talk to Alma. Are you sure about this, Emma? I mean, we know she's in the storage car, but we don't even know where to look, really. And what would happen if someone found her? What would happen if Daltrey found her? For all we know, she could be a suspect in her husband's murder. I know, Xerxes, but we'll never know if we don't talk to her. This is pretty reckless, Emma, but I think deep down, I know you're right. Okay, let's see if we can find her. We'll talk to her for a few minutes, clear up all of our questions, then get out of there before anyone sees us. It'll be fine. We've gotten away with more dangerous things than this already, haven't we? Yeah, just like you said, we'll be in and out in no time. Let's go, Xerxes. Man, I'm nervous. You and me both, bud. Alright. Where could she be? I mean, she's definitely in the fucking mystery box. Like... Alma, are you there? Alma, it's me, Emma. Do you remember me? I don't think she can hear us, Xerxes. Do you think she's hidden somewhere that's insulated from sound? Or maybe she's just not awake. Well, this box is definitely big enough to hide a person. Sure, but unless there's a secret compartment, they surely would have found her during load-in. No, it doesn't look like there's a secret compartment here. It's definitely deeper than it looks from the outside, though. This definitely belongs to Monty, but there's nowhere to hide a person in it. I'm not sure I'd want to hide around a prop like this anyway. Okay. Check the other side. Maybe there's like a false floor in the cell here? Well, she's not in the cage, we can see that pretty clearly. Yeah, but this cage is pretty clear. It's pretty big. Are we sure it isn't hiding anything? I don't know, but maybe we should inspect it more thoroughly. Xerxes, why don't we split up? I'll take a look at this cage. You see if you can find anything elsewhere. Sure, that works for me. Just let me know if you find something, okay? Okay. I mean, I guess... I know she's not in this suit of armor, but I never did get a good look at this thing yesterday. Alright, let's take a look. It's a fucking key right there. What's this hanging from the sword hilt? It's a keyring. There's just one really tiny key on it, though. I should discuss with Emma what I found. Hey, Emma! I found something! You did? What is it? There was a key ring hanging from the sword hilt on the suit of armor. It's got one tiny little key on it. A small key, huh? I wonder what it goes to. Did you find out anything interesting about the cage? Well, the door to the cage is locked, but not with a key. The door has a 4-digit combination lock, so unless we can figure out the numbers, we're never gonna get inside. I fucking know. Why would Veda and Monty want to lock the door to an empty cage? Wait, are you saying you know the code to unlock the door to the cage? I mean, I could give it a shot. Okay, it can't hurt to try. Just tell me the number, and I'll try it out. Okay, fuck. It was 3852? Okay, I'll try it. I can't believe it! You got it right! How did you know? It was nothing special, just a simple bit of deduction. Comes quite naturally to me, if I'm being honest. Ugh, forget it, I'm sorry I asked. But good job. Now the cage. I'm so happy I remembered that and got it on the first shot. Alright, let's look around. I don't see anything unusual about the floor. Yeah, me neither. This door locks with a combination, but we took care of that already. So don't worry, Xerxes, we can't get locked in. That's a relief, but it still feels weird standing in a cage. What can we see from in here? What's that? The gaps between these bars seem just too narrow to squeeze through. At least, I can't. Maybe you could. No, I don't think so, but it's close. Weird about the bars. And what the fuck am I in here for? Can you see anything in the ceiling? No, I don't think so. There's definitely more room up there than it looks like on the outside, though. I wonder if that's true of the floor, too. It's no use, Xerxes. She's too well hidden. Ugh, how can that be? It feels like we've been pretty thorough. I guess she needed to be well hidden enough for the train security not to find her during inspection. Maybe we never really stood a chance. Oh. Alma, where are you? Man, that is loud. Oh shoot, that scared me so much I dropped the ring. Xerxes, do you see it on the floor anywhere? Oh, let me take a look. It is right there. I found it. Oh, how fortuitous. Wait. What is this on the floor next to the ring? I think it's a tiny hole. Looks like it might be connected to a latch of some kind. Xerxes, you don't think... I have to try it. Should have just the thing for it. Get unlocked. Emma, help me pull at this. Alma. It's her. It's really her. Alma. Alma, can you hear me? Alma, it's me, Emma. Please, Alma, wake up. Emma? Oh, fuck, I don't remember what voice I gave her. Oh, Alma. I found you. I finally found you. Emma. Alma, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I took so long. I I don't know what to say. I can't believe she's actually standing right in front of me. I don't know what to think. It's almost like she still doesn't seem real somehow. It's nice to see you again, Alma. It's nice to see you too, Emma. I'm sorry that I missed our lunch. How did you find me? We've been looking for you for almost 3 days, ever since Emma told me you went missing. I'm Xerxes, by the way, Emma's friend. It's nice to meet you, Xerxes. Emma told me a lot about you. She did? Xerxes and I searched everywhere for you, talked to everyone we could. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. You went through all that for me? I'm sorry to have put you through so much trouble. It's okay, Alma. We're just happy to see that you're okay. So you know who I am? Well, that's sort of why we had to find you. We've learned a lot about what's going on, but we don't know who to trust or what to believe. We thought the only way we'd know for sure would be to hear it from you. I... I can't tell you. You can trust us, Alma. It isn't that I don't trust you, it's that if I tell you anything, he might... He? I understand, Alma. If you don't want to tell us, it's okay, but nobody knows we're here. We shouldn't be in any danger. We just want to know the truth. What do you know about me? Your name is Alma Keller. Your husband was Otto Keller, a man who was murdered at a hotel 3 days ago. We are told that you're fleeing Vendraka to avoid deportation to your home country, Genbrika. We know that your husband, Otto, worked as a housekeeper for a lawyer named Maxwell, who was killed in his home the same night. Big ol' sneeze. Who was killed in his home the same night Otto was murdered at a hotel. And we know that Maxwell was using another Ganbrican immigrant to spy on a Vendrican senator named Gordon. There's a detective on board who is looking for you. He's currently investigating Otto and Maxwell's murder. We're not sure how all of these things are connected, but that's about everything we know. A few weeks ago, a man came to my husband with an offer. If accepted, He would set Otto and I up with a new life in London, and a considerable amount of money. But if he refused, he assured Otto that we would be deported without cause. It was blackmail. He wanted Otto to kill someone. He wanted him to kill that lawyer, Maxwell. That man. That horrible man. Alma, who was he? He never told us his name, but he was... Wait, what's going on? Are we slowing down? We shouldn't be arriving in London for at least another 2 hours. Something's wrong. Alma, what's wrong? It's... the lights. What? What was that? Xerxes, Alma, are you okay? I'm fine, Emma. Alma? Alma, can you hear me? No response. Xerxes, we have to turn the lights back on. Okay, I'm looking for the light switch. I have no idea where I am. I need to feel around for something, anything to get my bearings. Okay, I think that's the cage. If I can work my way to where we came in, maybe I can find the switch by the door. Ah, this is hopeless. I have no idea what I'm doing. How am I supposed to find... Wait, what? What's this? I think I found it. God, fuck. Alma's gone. Oh no, Alma! Xerxes, we have to find her. Quick, let's get out of here and check the other cars. She can't have gone far. Emma, I can't get this door open. It won't budge. What? Oh no. The other door is stuck too. Hey, can anybody hear me? We're trapped in here. Hey! Damn. Do you think the man Alma was talking about, the one who blackmailed her husband to murder Maxwell, do you think it was Professor Martin? Emma, I don't know. It's alright. Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet, okay? We need to get out of here. We could Morchlog the sword. That would give us a decent battering ram. We're moving again. How long has it been? Maybe about 20 minutes since we stopped? It's the porter. He got the door open. Huh? You two again? Oh, hello. Xerxes, we need to be careful. If even a little of what Martin told us is true, if anyone finds out about Alma, it could be disastrous for her. Oh, hello, Dose of Joy. It's going pretty good. How's it going for you? Let's just see if we can get any more information about what's going on. Okay. And I looked around here the entire time we were stopped. There's no question about it. Alma isn't in here. What happened to her? What have you been up to today. Haven't caught any killer yet. Although we are getting very close to the end of this mystery. Got... See, we're on chapter 4 right now, and there's one chapter after this, according to the Steam achievements. But... getting close to the end of my playtime. Okay. Let's see if we can get anything out of this porter. Say, what are you two doing in here anyway? We were looking through some of our luggage when the train stopped. We tried to leave, but the doors wouldn't open. Well, yeah, that makes sense considering they were locked. They were locked? Mm-hmm. A tad strange. Of course, the front door leads to the engine, and that's always locked for passengers, but the back should have been open. Geez, I sure am glad I came in here to check. You two might have been stuck until the end of the ride. Who locked us in here? What do you do for work? Get a load of this. You want to know why we stopped? Some joker pulled the emergency brake. Nobody saw who did it, and we have no idea why they did it. People think they're so funny pulling a stunt like that, but it's more dangerous than they think. The emergency brakes apply so much force that they can easily damage the tracks, and even the train itself. That's why they're for emergencies only. When I find the guy who did this, why, you better believe I'm gonna let him have it. Oh, nice. I bet doing artwork is a lot more fun than retail. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hey, has anything unusual happened since the train stopped? Unusual? No, I wouldn't say so. Most of us train personnel were investigating the brake situation to make sure it was safe to start moving again. We didn't uncover anything unordinary. Some passengers are a bit irate about it all, but I'd say everything's back to normal now. You know, I'm glad that I never had to work retail. Which I know I am definitely privileged to be able to say that, but everything I have heard, it is miserable. However, I have, in place of retail, I have simply worked trades. Ever since graduating high school, I have always worked in some kind of metal shop. The back door was locked for some reason. We should arrive in London in just about 2 hours. So, somebody pulled the emergency stop. Then, somebody cut the lights to the storage car and locked us in here. And somehow, in the middle of all of this, Alma disappeared. So I've technically been streaming off and on for, Something like 16 years. Got into, you know, Let's Players like Chugga Conroy and Proton John way back in the day. Uh, Started up my YouTube channel. Only have one completed Let's Play on there. Um, and then let's see. Attempted doing a couple of other playthroughs of things. One was definitely something I shouldn't have done. Mario 64 ROM hack that I never played Mario 64 to begin with. Um, and then some Super Nintendo RPG that I keep getting told I should go back and finish. Which I might do after I finish Detective Instinct here. Might just do a couple streams and just blitz through that. Um, then a couple of my friends do streaming, so I've been on their streams every so often, and I finally got decent internet again. So I decided to pick streaming back up. Uh, Mostly to record the uh, raid nights for Final Fantasy XIV. Um, and now I'm finally back into doing solo streaming. Uh, yeah, I like VTubers. I tried doing some VTube studio stuff. Um, but I found that for me that the sort of facial puppetry you need to do in order to get VTubers to look good was just a little bit too much effort than I want to put into streaming. But the PNG tubing here, I can just get a couple of poses commissioned up, and then the program just works on it for me. I got two more poses underway, actually. So pretty soon I will no longer just be a bouncing half dragon man. I will flip between a few extra poses. Uh, the lore. Okay, so this is. I feel like I kind of need to nail that down a little bit more concretely. However, this persona right here is a combination of two different characters that I've created over the years. One is Xerxes X Gaia, my current namesake. A half dryad, time traveler, who loves to learn about all kinds of society and civilization throughout the years. And then the other half is Ainz Aurelius, a half-elf wizard who became enamored with gaining dragon magic. And so studied a way to become a dragon himself. And now I've got a half dryad turning into a dragon as my PNG tuber avatar. Which I think my artist here, Stamlex on VGen, has done a fantastic job of bringing him to life. What are some of the VTubers you're working on? What lore have they got? While you type that up, I'm going back to the game. Shit, what am I doing? If you'll excuse me, I have a few more things to check on. Don't stay in here too long, you two. This is really no place for loitering. We won't, thank you. Xerxes, I'm getting such a terrible feeling. Me too. What should we do? We need to talk to Professor Martin. We need him to tell us the whole truth. And if there's anyone who might know what happened to Alma, it's him. I need him to be honest with me. If he really is the one who blackmailed Otto Keller, I need to hear it from him. I need to know who Martin really is. She's made up her mind. Now, Joy, this is probably a little of a sacrilegious question, but of all these VTubers you've made, which one would you say is your favorite? Or two questions. Favorite lore and favorite design. Because those could be different. Martin, for Emma's sake, I hope it isn't true. Okay, let's go. Oh, hey, you two. Detective Daltrey, what's he doing outside Martin's cabin? Geez, you two look like you've seen a ghost. Are you alright? Yeah, we're okay. Are you here to see Professor Martin again? Hmm? Yeah, your professor came to see me a little while ago and asked if I could meet him in his cabin around this time. It was just before the train stopped. He said he had something he wanted to talk to me with me about. Do you have any idea what it was? No, he didn't say, but he probably just wants to follow up on our last conversation. Whatever it is, I'm sure he wouldn't mind you guys being around for it. Why don't we visit him together? What's wrong? No, it's nothing. Let's go talk to him. A Viking furry princess. That sounds pretty fun, actually. Do you stream your creation process? You got VODs I can check out? Oh, we're building a lot of anticipation to get into this room. Oh, fuck. Uh, hold on. We're dealing with a dead man here. Can't be focusing on chat. This needs my attention. Um, my God. What what happened here? Professor Martin? It is he? He's dead. There's a gun in his hand. Did he? Wait, there's something on the table. This is a letter. It's addressed to you and me, Emma. What does it say? To Emma and Xerxes. This is a very inappropriate voice, but this sure is the voice I gave to Professor Martin. Fuck. Firstly, I would like to apologize if you are reading this after having discovered me yourself. It is my intention that the detective find me first, so that I may spare you such a grim sight. However, I recognize that this is not entirely in my control, and I am sincerely sorry if this hasn't played out in the way I intended. By now, it has become clear to me that my secrets cannot stay hidden for much longer. In spite of my best efforts, I am certain the two of you will uncover the truth. It is only a matter of time. I am not angry with you, nor am I disappointed in this outcome. To the contrary, I'm very proud of you both. But I regret that the truth is, to my great shame. For my sins, I have chosen to end my life, so that I may no longer bear their burden, and face the reality of having them come to light. Please forgive me. Now, I will explain all that has occurred in detail so that you may finally put your investigation to rest. It wasn't until we arrived in Vendraka that I was informed of the true reason that I was invited. When I first met with Senator Gordon, he informed me that a lawyer named Waxwell had discovered a very dangerous secret. If this secret were publicly revealed, the results would have been very undesirable. Maxwell tried to blackmail Senator Gordon with this information, but even if Gordon acquiesced to his demands, it would have been far too dangerous to allow him to go on with knowledge of this secret. The only solution was to have Maxwell killed. Gordon's plan was to bribe Maxwell's Genbrican housekeeper to kill him in his home and make it look like a robbery. You know the Genbrican man to whom I am referring, Otto Keller. As insurance, Gordon would inform Otto that he and his family would be deported should he not comply. Of course, Gordon could not meet with Otto himself. A man in his position couldn't risk being seen engaging in such business. So, he asked me to do it. I would only be in the country for a short time, and had no known connections to any of the involved parties. Once the job was done, there would be no evidence to implicate any of us, and Otto would be safely out of the country. As long as everything went according to plan. The night before we left Vendraka was the night Otto was to do the job. After killing Maxwell, he would meet with me in an unoccupied room of our hotel, and I would inform him of his next steps. He was to go with his wife and meet with the magician, who would make the necessary arrangements to have them stow away on the train. I, too, would take the train to oversee their journey and to ensure nothing went wrong. But when Otto met with me at the hotel, he had different plans. Otto was overcome with guilt for having killed Maxwell. He told me he had no intention of making the journey to London. He wanted me to ensure that his wife made the journey out of the country, but he was going to turn himself into the police. He told me he would say it was a robbery. He would say nothing of my involvement or of our arrangement. I sympathized with him and his strong sense of justice, but such a risky plan was simply unacceptable. I told him no. I told him we would finish our arrangement exactly as planned. He protested, so I felt I had no choice but to find a way to convince him. I told him that if he didn't comply, I'd have his wife deported at once. I told him that she would never see freedom again. He became angry. We began to argue. He then became violent. I didn't want to hurt him, but I panicked as he approached me and... I fired a shot in his direction. It hit the window. Startled, he lost his balance and fell through the shattered glass. Do you remember what I told you of the Vandrican Revolution? That I was a university student at the time in which it took place. In truth, I was deeply involved, together with Gordon and our friend Mayer. We were very young and very idealistic. We wanted the best for our country, and we were determined to fight for it. There was a period where it seemed as if all of our efforts were being thwarted before we even had a chance to act. One of our companions was acting as an informant, and one day Gordon revealed to me he had discovered the traitor's identity. It was Mayer. We confronted Mayer with this information. He denied everything. He began to accuse us of being the informants, of betraying him. I do not remember much about what happened next. All I know is that Gordon and I left that meeting alive, and Mayer did not. I have lived every moment of my life since this incident trying to hide from it. I left my home country. I refuse to think of it. Even for a moment, I had nearly succeeded in forgetting it entirely. Until Gordon informed me that the lawyer Maxwell had somehow discovered what we had done. Those who knew Mayer believed he died in an uprising. Gordon and I covered our tracks carefully. But perhaps not carefully enough. Lastly, I would like to talk about Alma, the wife of Otto Keller, and the woman I so shamefully made a widow. The night Otto died, after you went to sleep, I went to his home myself to meet with Alma. I'm sorry this happened, but we still must go through with the plan. I don't know if I can. I'm afraid you don't have a choice. You must be on the train tomorrow. If you aren't... I don't want you to die too, please. This is the worst fucking voice I could have given this man. Holy shit. I was determined to make sure that Alma completed her journey with no interference. To at least know the woman whose life I destroyed to at least allow the woman whose life I destroyed an opportunity to find freedom in a new country. I know that the detective will read this letter, and to you, I humbly request, please, let her go. She has done nothing wrong and deserves the opportunity to rebuild her life, free from oppression. I know everything I've told you will come as a great shock. I should have told Gordon that I wouldn't help him. I shouldn't have allowed myself to sink even lower in the name of hiding my past crimes. But I simply must accept that I am a weak man whose principles crumble in the face of overwhelming fear. I do not deserve to be a teacher, and I do not deserve such wonderful people as yourselves as my students. Xerxes, I am sorry I doubted you, and I am certain you will flourish as a scholar of great talent and principle. And Emma. To have been your teacher was one of the greatest pleasures of my career. I know that you thought very highly of me, and greatly valued my guidance. I, too, cherished our time as if you were my own family. The pain I feel in having betrayed your trust is almost too much to bear. If there is a silver lining, it is that I can rest knowing that you will become a woman of greater character than any man, much less myself, could ever be. In the end, I only would have gotten in your way. I write these words in the hopes that you both may learn from my mistakes. You are young, you live in prosperous times. You have your whole lives ahead of you. You have the opportunity to make something of yourselves in a way that I never could. Please, do not take this for granted. Thank you both for everything. Goodbye. And then he fucking shoots himself. Jesus Christ. Like, are we serious? Emma! Thank you for telling me everything. How are you holding up? I'm okay. Detective, how is Emma doing? I spoke to her briefly after she came to. She told me she was okay and that she wanted some time alone to think. I can tell she's a pretty tough girl. I know she'll make it through this, but deep down, it's clear she's really hurting. Don't worry, though. I'll keep an eye on her until we arrive. Thank you. You're a good kid, you know that? Trust me, I'm a good judge of character. I get the feeling that when she's ready for a shoulder to cry on, you'll be there for her. What about Alma? Have you found her yet? No. I've looked her all around, but there's been no sign of her. It's very strange, but I'm starting to think it's possible she fled from the train while we were stopped. It wouldn't have been difficult to slip out during all of that commotion. And she wasn't supposed to be on board anyway. It's unlikely anyone would have noticed. Wherever she is, I hope she's okay. There's quite a bit of this I'm still trying to make sense of. How could Martin have hidden the sound of a gunshot? Not a single person I've talked to said they heard anything strange. And I'm still in the dark about a lot of your investigation. If you don't mind, can we discuss some of the details? Maybe it'll help me piece some things together. Jeez, where do I start? Oh, fuck. Okay, we're at review time. Which is where I intended to leave today off, but damn. Damn. We had a fucking bombshell of revelations today. My god. Alright, let's, take the ring. Emma took the ring back from Martin while he wasn't looking after talking with Daltrey. It's clear that the AK written on the ring stands for Alma Keller. There's more to the story than Martin was willing to tell us. Yeah, there was a lot more. Okay. I hope Emma's okay. As soon as you're ready, let's review what we know. Okay. So let's make a save here. Slot 5, yes. Okay. We're gonna do the review. We're gonna wrap up stream. And then next time we will go over the review again. Okay. Ugh, big sneeze. Okay. Review time. I want you to take me through what happened today, from the beginning. Along the way, I may have some questions, so bear with me. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Sure, the first thing we did today was... We... This morning... explained everything to Dr. Martin? I think that's correct. We talked to Martin. After what happened with Mr. Fisher last night, Emma wanted his advice. I see. Did you have any suspicions about him at this point? No, not really. There was just one thing. We knew that Martin was friends with Senator Gordon, and that Gordon was the one who invited Martin to visit Vendrake. That's where the idea for the study trip came from in the first place, but... when we heard Mr. Fisher was spying on Senator Gordon, we didn't really know what to make of it. If only I'd learned the connection between Martin and Gordon sooner. Before we left, Martin told us to be careful and that he'd rather us not get involved in anything. I suspect at this point he knew it was only a matter of time before you found out his secret. After that, we decided to go find Mr. Fisher. Fisher. You know, why were you two interested in him in the first place? Well, that's because... I mean, all of these are true. But... in the first place, he may have witnessed Emma and Alma together. As it turns out, Fisher was one of the few people who may have witnessed Emma and Alma together before Alma went missing. Interesting. So, what did he say? Did he see them together? No, he didn't, but he did see something else in the lounge car that morning that raised our suspicions. He saw Veda make a deal with the bartender. Veda, huh? I had a feeling that woman and her husband were up to something. Oh my god. I don't think I really got a good look at this man's hysterical laughing sprite. That is... diabolical. The bartender told us that Veda had gotten a glass of wine, but Fisher remembered it differently. He saw Veda give the bartender money, but leave without a drink. The bartender was very clear with us that 3 drinks were sold, and his cash register confirmed it, so... If Veda wasn't one of them, then... Yeah, we were able to catch him in a lie, and proved that Alma must have had tea with Emma that morning. So then... Ah! That's it. Veda paid him to keep his mouth shut. Yeah, exactly. And actually, we'd been suspicious of Veda and Monty from the beginning, because of the ring we found in their cabin. A ring? Yeah, the engraving on the ring said, "To my beloved, A.K." We didn't know Alma's last name at the time, but we knew there was a possibility the ring belonged to her. Fascinating. The bartender never fully admitted anything, but he did give us something that confirmed our suspicions. The money Veda paid him to keep quiet. He gave us the money Veda paid him, and he wanted us to tell her that he changed his mind. Ah, well, this explains why I saw you two outside of Veda and Monty's cabin earlier. I could tell immediately that those two were suspicious, but I wasn't able to get anything out of them. Veda didn't pull any punches. It looks like your comments must have really bothered him. So, what happened when you confronted them? It took some effort, but we eventually got Veda to admit that she knew something about Alma. She wouldn't tell us any more, though. We got so close, but she was right about one thing. Even though we knew something was going on, we didn't have any real evidence. But wait, I thought you had Alma's ring. No, we didn't. It had gone missing overnight. Emma had it in her room when she went to bed, but didn't when she woke up. We thought we were finished, but then Barton showed up with the missing ring. After that, Emma and I joined him in his cabin and he told us everything. Almost everything. He told us he was helping Senator Gordon smuggle Alma out of Vendreka because she was under threat of deportation. Oh, come on, Throat. Make it through. Make it through to the end of the night. The plan involved hiding her in a piece of Monty's stage equipment in the storage car. Wow. No wonder we couldn't find her. He told us he took the ring so that Em and I wouldn't get involved. And he even said there was someone else he was suspicious of. Yeah, it was you, man. Who, me? Yeah, it was hard to believe, but he told us that the Vendrican police were unsympathetic to Gambrican immigrants. And that if Alma were found, she'd certainly be deported, or worse. I'm ashamed to admit it, but that part is certainly true. That's why I changed my mind about Fisher. I couldn't bring him back to Vendreka knowing what would happen to him. Yeah, you told us about that when Emma and I saw you in the lounge car earlier this evening. There's one more thing you told us that finally made us suspicious of Martin. What time it was? No, Alma's last name. It was Alma's last name, and her relation to Otto Keller. Martin didn't tell us that Alma was married to the man who was murdered 3 days ago, so we knew there had to be more to the story. That's when we decided we needed to talk to Alma herself. She was the only one who could tell us the whole truth. So you went to the storage car to look for her. It wasn't easy, but we eventually found her in a very unlikely place. In the cage. She was underneath the floor of the big cage in a hidden compartment. Unreal. I just can't believe how much you two were able to discover. And to think, I was all ready to call it quits. God, what kind of detective am I? I think I'm going a little too southern with him, but that's whatever. I've been going for 3 hours. I'm allowed to be fucking up voices. I'm sorry. Don't mind me. Please, continue. Alma was reluctant to talk at first, but she trusted Emma, so eventually she opened up to us. She told us about a man who blackmailed her husband, Otto, to get him to murder Maxwell. And just as she was about to tell us who it was, the train came to a stop and the lights went off. When we finally got the lights back on, Alma was gone, and we discovered someone had locked us in. If it wasn't for the porter coming by and unlocking the door, we might have been stuck there for the rest of the trip. I suppose it was Martin who did all of that. Does that mean he's the one who pulled the emergency stop? But why would he... Wait! I think I know why. You do? Yes, think about it. Other than making the train stop, what could he cause to happen by pulling the brake? Make the train whistle blow, I guess? Make it escape. No, at this point he'd already made up his mind to take his own life. He didn't intend to escape. What might pulling the emergency stop have helped him accomplish? I mean... No? Okay. Make the train whistle blow. Okay, that... I'm not tracking this logic, but sure. Exactly. I couldn't figure out how Martin hid the sound of a gunshot on a crowded train, but the whistle would have provided cover. The whistle always sounds when the train stops and starts, so by pulling the emergency brake, he could predict exactly when it would blow. All he had to do was wait in his cabin for the train to start moving again. Well, that's a plausible theory at least, but it still doesn't explain what happened to Alma. Once the porter left, Emma and I decided we needed to confront Martin. And that's when we ran into you outside his door. Thank you. I think I have a good understanding of everything now. Maxwell discovered Gordon's dark secret, and as a result, was murdered by Otto, who was subsequently killed by Martin. I guess that just about wraps up my case then. Both murders are accounted for, and both culprits are no longer with us. The only person left to be brought to justice in this whole thing is Senator Gordon. Is something the matter? No, it's nothing, just something I need to think about. None of this should have happened the way it did. It was my responsibility to solve this case, and I failed. I'm sorry. Detective, what are you gonna do now? I don't know. I really don't. But at least I have some time to figure it out. I'm going to check on Emma. If you can, try to get some rest. We should arrive in London at around 10 o'clock. Thank you, Detective. What now? Oh, there's the finale. Okay. 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 I saved before the review. This is for next time. So we're just gonna hard quit out of here. Head on back to chatting. And we're gonna wrap up stream here. Let's see if I can do a quick raid. If anyone is online. In Sean's server. Let's see here. Oh. I found one person. Let's go. Profile.
That's a fish.
Okay. Da-ba-ba. 18 viewers. Wow. Alright. Joy, if you're still around, thanks for hanging out, talking about VTuber lore with me. I am going to send us on a raid. If I can find the right quick actions are there. Perfect. Ba-ba-ba-ba. So I am searching for Sora Reed. Alright. Gonna send off this raid and end stream. Enjoy. If I can do the thing. There we go. Press start raid. Raid now and stop streaming.